Hey everybody, Thacia here with Legacy of Light in conjunction with One Love Wellness Center here in Menasha, Wisconsin, coming to you for day 31 of my 365 days from my heart to yours. And today I just wanted to share a little passage from the Bhagavad Gita. And I opened up to Karma Yoga, Action in Krishna Consciousness. Arjuna said, "O Krishna, first of all, you asked me to renounce work, and then again, you recommend work with devotion. Now will you kindly tell me, definitely, which of the two is more beneficial?" The Blessed Lord said, "The renunciation of work and work in devotion are both good for liberation. But of the two, work in devotional service is better than the renunciation of works." So, seeking sense gratification are causes for material bondage. As long as one is engaged in activities aimed to improving the standard of bodily comfort, one is sure to transmigrate to different types of bodies, thereby continuing material bondage perpetually. So if we're working out of, like self-gratification or like for just bodily reasons, this just keeps us in bondage. But one who isn't fully in Krishna consciousness is always a renouncer, because he feels neither hatred nor desire for the results of his actions. Such a renouncer, dedicated to the transcendental loving service of the Lord, is fully qualified in knowledge because he knows his constitutional position in his relationship with Krishna. He also knows fully well that Krishna is the whole and that he is part and parcel of the Krishna. Such knowledge is perfect because it's qualitatively and quantitatively correct. The concept of oneness with God is incorrect because the part cannot be equal to the whole. Knowledge that one is identical in quality, yet different in quantity, is the correct transcendental knowledge, leading one to become full in himself, having nothing to aspire to or lament over. There is no duality in this mind, because whether he does or whatever he does for Krsna. So being thus freed from the platform of dualities, he's liberated, even in this material world. So when we see that basically we are gods, we are the creators, we don't lack anything. Everything that we will ever need is within us. So we don't have hatred or desire for the results of our action. You're doing it out of love. Your love for yourself, your love for those around you, your love for whatever job that you are doing. And I think that goes into a lot more than just, your job, but, your job as a parent, your job as a mother, your job as a friend, your job as a lover. And whatever relationship you are to that, job, so to speak. It says there's no duality in his mind because whatever he does for God himself. So you do that. Whatever you do, if it becomes for you, the God in you, it becomes a release, and you're not worried about the outcome because you know that it is for you, that you're doing these things, that you're doing your job. You're doing it with love. You're being a mother because you love that job. And, you know, like an example is when my kids were younger, some things they'd be like, oh, you just have to do that because you're my mom. And I would say, you know, I don't have to. Like, I choose to because I love you. So when we just take that to every avenue of our life, it's our choice. And when we realize we are the God and the creators of our worlds, and we do things because we have no doubt of that, then we're freed. We're liberated, you know, from these platforms that we hold that, you know, we have to do this out of some duty or some obligation. You do it because you are God and you lack nothing. And there doesn't need to be the duality. And it's the quality. And the part of the whole is your quality. What quality in your life do you want to have? Do you want to be bound by the outcome? Do you want to be bound by, I'm working at my job, my paying job, to, you know, have a home, so I can do this, so I can do that, so I can do that? Or do you want the quality to be, I choose to do these things. I choose to do this out of love. Love for myself, love for my family, love for my friends. Ultimately, for love of knowing that I create my universe. And when we create our universe with love and not obligation, it becomes beautiful. And we aren't attached to the outcome of the situations. We aren't attached to the circumstances of the situation. So things may happen that we perceive as negative, but we can have the perception that they are for our positive growth because we are the creators and we created that situation. It's not somebody else outside of us. It's not the situation. It's not you did this to me. It is we created this so we could grow to know the creator within us. And you know, what does he say? So when we know, knowledge is one identical in quality, that different in quantity is the correct transcendental knowledge, leading to one to become full in himself. So this leads you to become full in yourself, you know, fully in all situations, knowing that you are the creator and you get to choose. You get to choose your reaction. You get to choose how your love looks like to the world. You get to choose to love doing all the things in your life, the jobs that you hold in your life. And when we know that it is us, and it's the creator in us, and it's not, you know, something outside of us or something far away that we can't reach or that we have to pray to, or, you know, look at as like something's better. We have the same quality as God because we are. It is not different. It is not far away. It is not something outside of us. It is a choice that we make within ourselves to recognize that, and to recognize that when we do work for the love of work, there's no attachment to the outcome of that work, and then there can be no disappointment. You know, if it ends up looking a different way than we expected, because we're not holding on to this can only happen certain ways. We can let go of the outcome and the attachment to that outcome And, a lot of times when we have attachments to these outcomes of this can only work this way, it doesn't work out that way. And we become disappointed. We think that we have failed, but we've placed our attention on this one thing, and we don't allow for the infinite possibilities that the universe has for us, that we have for ourselves. Why hold on to only one outcome and only one way when there are infinite possibilities that every situation can bring about to you, that can happen for you, because you are the creator. And when we become aware that we are creators, we can start acting like that and let go of these attachments and thinking that things are outside of us, that we are not in control of what happens in our lives and how we choose to perceive these things. Because everything is your choice. Do you wish to recognize the God inside you, the quality of the God inside of you? And being part of the whole. You're not separate. There's no, this is me and that's God. This is me and this is God. That's you and that's God. It is oneness. And we must recognize the magnificence of that, the sheer power of that. To be able to just let go of these attachments, because when you realize that you are God, that you are creator, you're doing everything for you. Yes, so you are doing everything for you. Everything that you do is for you. Every decision and choice is for your growth. And you can trust it. And nothing that you've done, nothing that you will ever do is a mistake or wrong direction, or you can't learn from it. Everything is a choice that we've made because we know where we're going. We know our desires. We know that we are part of God. We're not separate from Him or her or whatever, the universe. We are not separate. We are one, and that's what we need to look at to integrate ourselves and have belief that you are. That the quality of life that you bring to this earth is God's quality. It's divine. At every moment, you are divinely guided, whether we are aware of it or not. And whether, we pass judgment on somebody else. They are divinely guided as well. And we pass judgments to bring stuff to our heart that we need to work on ourselves. And when you start letting go of these judgments and the outcome of situations, you become this, Krsna consciousness. You become this Christ consciousness. You become this God consciousness. You become this universal consciousness. You become one. One with everything. Everything. Because we've created everything in our universe. Everything. Is one, and it is part of us. And it's part of what makes this universe so beautiful. And to come here as a remembrance of the part of God that we are. And to hold fast to that. And to let go of the outcomes, because it doesn't matter. So one who is fully in Krishna consciousness is always a renouncer, because he feels neither hatred nor desire for the results of his actions. Such renouncer is dedicated to the transcendental loving service of the Lord and is fully qualified in knowledge because he knows his constitutional position in his relationship with Krishna. So in your relationship with yourself, you know, you have the knowledge. You don't have to second guess. You don't have to wonder, because you are God. And so nothing that you do is right or wrong. There's no outside of you. It's only you. And you have no desire or hatred for outcomes in anything. You just are. You are beautiful. You are magnificent. You are divinely guided at every moment. And always eternally adored and loved beyond any measure. There's nothing that can compute that amount of love and adoration for you. Absolutely nothing. It is beyond what we can measure and even imagine. So I love you all, and I appreciate you all. And I hope that if this video resonates with you, that you go ahead and subscribe, because there's, 365 days of sharing from my heart to yours. And it's the same heart. Because I have so much love for myself. And I have so much love for you. Because you are me. We are one. We are God. We are the Creator. And we are magnificent in every moment. And in the description, there is other ways to get a hold of me if you are interested. And if you're not, just watch the videos. Because my desire is to raise the consciousness of this entire planet. Maybe one person at a time. I don't know how it's going to turn out to look. But I just know that this is my heart's desire. It's for you, each and every one of you, to know that you are one perfectly beautiful masterpiece in every moment of time. And there hasn't ever been a moment in time where you weren't adored and loved. Have a great day. And I will see you back here tomorrow sometime.